Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Haunted Gaming. This time, we take a look at another Pokemon creepypasta. I know, like I've always said, the cat videos of YouTube are equivalent to the Pokemon creepypastas of gaming. But, this one is about the ruins of Alph, embedded images and strangeness. It's been kind of new since we've really looked at something related to the ruins of Alph. But you know what? I like Pokemon, I like creepypastas, so let's take a look at a Pokemon creepypasta about the ruins of Alph. Defying my belief that this should be kept confidential, I'm going to share this in the sole interest of two individuals. My name is Ruben, and I've always been interested in subliminal techniques regardless of the media or way in which they're conveyed. However, I don't go looking for this particular example. No, it had found its way to me. It's certainly no coincidence that the move Curse was used in Generation 2 with the release of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal versions. Often heard that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover? A sound should not be judged by the way you hear it. There can be so much more, that of which the single sense of hearing cannot handle by itself. Sounds are visuals as well. Despite what some people say, any piece of music can alter your state of mind and emotions. What else can sounds do? Maybe a certain group of individuals set out to answer just that. New concepts were realized with version 1.0 of the Lavender Town music released in early Pokemon Green and Red cartridges in Japan. There's no doubt that there was interest from the sound team to create an eerie effect from special inflictions in the music, most notably the high-pitched frequencies which could only be heard by those with especially acute hearing. Version 1.1 of the Lavender Town music soon replaced its older counterpart in newer cartridges in order to avoid suspicions. Perhaps enough data had been collected. The person who posted the previous video was surprised to find that his friend Anthony had developed a special way to retrieve the frequencies that were lost when the developed music was redesigned in order to fit within the limitations of the Game Boy. According to him, certain hints were left in the music which encouraged him to develop a way to analyze the sound and also insert special tones which mimicked the original intentions of the music. Although Anthony may have never realized this, the tones which he added constructed unusual images within the sound when combined with the original Pokemon music. These messages had been embedded into the music through certain methods of steganography. In Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, these images were waiting for their key to be unlocked. Likewise, two sound files from the Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal soundtrack fit together in an interesting way. One you are most likely familiar with, the other one you would have only heard if you had listened to your radio while within the ruins of Alph. These files can never be played concurrently while playing the game. However, they can be while using a computer. Now, I'm not the one who posted the previous video. I'll refer to him as Edwin from this point on. When he looked through Anthony's laptop, he copied more than an audio file in just a few pictures. Edwin had found an entire algorithm which Anthony had written, which is able to reconstruct the lost images within particular Pokemon sound files. Anthony had created the sound file featured in the last video from this algorithm and a generic binaural beat, which he had downloaded from the internet, and many listeners had recognized. Subsequently, after discovering Anthony's creation, Lavender.Wave, and his homemade algorithm, Edwin himself became obsessed with the oddness of Lavender Town. Despite what he wrote in the previous video, he didn't lose interest. Edwin spent his time up until posting the last video testing Anthony's algorithm. He became quite familiar with it and tried it on numerous sounds from the early Pokemon games. Eventually, he tried combining the ruins of Alph music with the erratic sounds that play on the radio. And after running this through Anthony's algorithms, results even more astounding than Anthony's original discovery were found. The outcome is this video. Now, to my dismay, I'm the sound enthusiast, which Edwin had mentioned in the description of the last video. This is why I know so much of this ordeal, and have felt the need to write this description as well as post the video. Edwin contacted me through the internet requesting help with the Lavender audio file. So I sent him a spectrogram program. He began to send me more and more details about the problems he was facing as time had went on, and I grew to know him pretty well. Eventually, he sent me the password to his account, along with the terrifying note. It read as this: "Even after researching the sounds which caused Anthony's death for so long, I still don't feel better about it. It was my fault he died. If I'd just played through my blue version with him, he wouldn't have become so interested in the Lavender Town stuff. He would have just kept playing. He was my best friend, but I let him down. I wasn't a true friend. It's like I hardly knew him anymore after we went our separate ways. I can't stand living with this burden. He had attached the audio file playing in the video above as well as a password so I could access this account. To say the least, I was baffled at the time. The day after the previous video was posted, Edwin was found dead in his room, astonishingly with no flesh wounds to be found. Had he figured out the exact cause for Anthony's seizure? Was it suicide? Both? Never did he mention any specific details about this audio file, other than what was already been mentioned in this description. I don't want to get involved further into the incident, but as I have already stated, I feel like it's my obligation. I don't, however, feel the need to describe the occurrences that take place in this video. I'll let you decide on your own for that. Keep in mind, though, that in the game, the scientists in the ruins claim that unknown communicate with radio waves. Now, what was constructed in the place of Pokemon Tower in Lavender? The Kanto Radio Tower. And I must let you know that this sound file was created with Anthony's algorithm, with a binaural beat added in the background. Now, do the Lavender Town theme and the ruins of Alph music have something in common? An accident? Something that could... well, something that could drive someone insane? And that was the ruins of Alph. And this was another Lavender Town story in a sense. It seems that tune really has a thing with creepypastas and hell Pokemon, and one day I swear I'm just going to listen to it all night and post a video of it, and show you all what it really does. But as of now, let's focus on this tale. The story itself shows us the ruins of Alph, which is a location players can visit near Violet City. In this location, players are introduced to the unknown and serve as a location to encounter them all. It's an eerie location, and at first glance it can bewilder players, leaving them wondering where to go and what to do here, but later on in the game you'll figure out what goes on here. But in this story, this creepypasta, we come across embedded messages in the actual tunes itself. If you look in the description of this video, rather, I'm leaving a link to a video from the creepypasta creator, it seems, that you can watch and see a spectrograph of the tune that they're mentioning in this creepypasta. Now back here, we know that it's all the Lavender Town theme and music heard at Alph, and from what this creepypasta states, by combining a binaural beat with the Lavender Town theme and then putting it into a spectrum visualization program, which again you're seeing on screen right here, you apparently get messages hidden inside the actual video, or sorry, rather, WAV files, which is an audio file. Apparently you get unknown, the actual lettering, the messages created from them showing up here, and you get these really cryptic kind of messages such as escape pop up in this spectrogram. Now the story may have not went anywhere in a sense, lore-wise I guess, and in that regard it's just kind of a bad creepypasta, but the concept that it introduces is confusing. I know it's confusing, and it's actually just interesting. To have messages show up inside a visual representation of this song is interesting, and I couldn't really find one too, by the way, which, you know, if you're looking through a spectrogram here, I've been analyzing this for friggin' hours, and I couldn't find anything. But if you see a message here, or you see something weird, let us know in the comments below, please. We really want to see it. But that's it through a spectrograph. It's a concept that I haven't seen done before. You know, I haven't even seen it executed, really, you know, putting a song through a spectrograph to see if it hides any messages. It definitely could, but for this, I don't think it's that elaborate to really be hiding something in. To me, I just think it's just a song that played in a video game that has a little bit of an altercation to it, I guess. But that is the story, and it's not that great, but the concept it gives you is great. It's an amazing concept, I like it, and I want to see what people do with it more. I want to see more people mess around with this song using a spectrograph program. And for that, I'd give it a decent rating. And in the end, I ask you as always, what would you rate this and what would you change to make it better? This has been another episode of Haunted Gaming, and if you like what you saw, then please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. This is me, Mudahar, and I'm out.